It's Friday, which means it's time for three things to watch. We have to begin with our first thing to watch with a rivalry clash in Harrisonburg as JMU takes on Richmond, with the Dukes having an opportunity to clinch the CAA title outright.
Yeah, JMU Richmond has developed into one of the best rivalries in the CAA. The teams are 13-13 against each other since becoming conference opponents in 1993, and there have been a number of down-to-the-wire battles. Saturday's game has the potential to be a good one with CAA title and playoff implications for both teams. What I'll be watching is if the Spiders' offense is able to move the ball against the Duke's nationally ranked defense. A big key in Richmond's recent success has been the play of quarterback Joe Mancuso, who's accounted for 17 touchdowns in the past 5 games. During that stretch, the dual-threat junior has thrown for 1,155 yards and has run for 417 more. He has a pair of talented receivers with Charlie Fessler and big play threat Keaston Fuller, who is averaging nearly 19 yards per catch and is second in the CAA with 10 touchdown receptions. However, the Spiders suffered injuries to their top 2 running backs last week at Villanova, which puts an even greater emphasis on Mancuso's ability to run. They face a JMU defense that is simply one of the best in FCS football, ranking 2nd nationally in rush defense, 4th in total defense, and 5th in scoring defense. The Dukes have taken it to a different level over the past 3 games, having not given up more than 270 yards and 16 points, while recording 13 sacks and 14 6 turnovers. Ends John Daka and Rondell Carter are among the FCS leaders in sacks and tackles for loss, and defensive back Adam Smith has intercepted a pass in 4 straight games. JMU's offense has scored at least 27 points in all of its conference games, so the question will be, can Richmond put up enough points to keep up?
The second thing to watch for on Saturday will be up in New York State as Albany hosts New Hampshire, a huge game for both teams with postseason implications on the line being a big reason why, Rob.
Yeah, New Hampshire and Albany have exceeded preseason expectations and enter Saturday's game tied for second place in the CAA and on track to earn an FCS playoff berth with 2 more wins. What I'll be watching on Saturday is the matchup between the Great Danes' prolific passing attack against the Wildcats' veteran secondary. Albany quarterback Jeff Undercuffler has had a tremendous year, leading the nation with 31 touchdown passes, and he's just 52 yards shy of breaking the school record for passing yards. The Great Danes have 2 big play threats on the outside with Juwan Green, who has made 62 receptions for more than 1,000 yards and a school record 13 touchdowns, and Jarrah Reeves, who is close behind with 59 catches for 724 yards and 5 scores. They've both topped the 100-yard mark 4 times in the past 5 games, and few teams have been able to slow them down. Now, New Hampshire counters with a defense that has allowed just 6 passing touchdowns all season, which is tied for the second fewest of any team in the nation. The secondary features a pair of senior cornerbacks in Prince Smith Jr. and Isaiah Perkins, along with junior Evan Horn, who leads the team with 4 interceptions, and sophomore Pop Bush, who has a team-high 58 tackles. Now, prior to last week's loss at JMU, the Wildcats hadn't allowed more than 24 points to an FCS opponent all season. This is a huge game for both programs, and it'll be fun to see which team is able to add another quality win to its playoff resume.
The third thing to watch for will be in Williamsburg as the Tigers look to continue their playoff push, but take on a William & Mary team that has strung a pair of wins together themselves.
Yeah, Towson and William & Mary both come into Saturday's game riding the momentum of 2-game winning streaks. The Tigers are on a quest to make a second consecutive trip to the FCS playoffs, while the Tribe is playing its best football of the season and can reach 500 with victories in the final 2 contests. What I'll be watching is to see if Towson's defense can contain the William & Mary rushing attack. The Tribe's coming off a school record 462-yard effort on the ground and a win over Rhode Island last week, and they've rushed for over 225 yards in the past 3 games. Dual-threat quarterback Hollis Mathis is the guy that makes the go-go offense so difficult to stop, but running backs Bronson Yoder and Owen Wright are both coming off 100-yard performances last week. Now, improved play on defense has been a big key to Towson's hot streak, as the Tigers are allowing an average of just 18 points over the past 4 games. Towson has been especially good at stopping the run, as JMU is the only team to rush for more than 175 yards against the Tigers since September 21st. Linebacker Robert Hayward and safety S.J. Brown are Towson's top tacklers and will need to be at their best to not get fooled by the numerous formations and misdirection that William & Mary presents. The Tribe has rushed for more than 250 yards in all 4 of its wins, but is 0-5 when opponents hold them under 200. Keep an eye on that stat Saturday.
Those were Rob's 3 things to watch. Make sure to stay with CAFootball.com and CA Football social media outlets throughout the weekend for the latest.